This is Lego My Lego 920 here. I'm here for another FNAF news video. So it's regarding on FNAC candies. So I'm gonna go over the new post on FNAC Fur that Emil made and a general post. Alright, here we go. So as you can see here, you can see that Emil's got some updates on the enemies. So I'm gonna read what he posted. I'm going to show off a few enemies, some of which are going to reappear from Candy's adventure in FNAC Candies 3, but most of which will make their debut in FNAC Fur. First off, Candy's adventure was a course filled to brim with original and memorable enemies. Sadly, only a few could make it to FNAC Fur. So with that, we welcome back the dog and the big dog. So yes, these two dogs right here that were in that Candy's Adventure minigame, you know, in FNAC Candies 3 are pretty much back. Now, these guys need more original enemy titles, and I'm working on that. I'm thinking hench dog for the little guy. But these are far from the only dogs to join the epic roster of evil enemies in this game. For example, let's have a look at an all new Corgi crew. So yes, you can see Emil's trying to think of a name for these dogs. And there's these corgis right here. These guys may look adorable, but they are also adorably deadly. Their long bodies make them larger targets as usual, but at the surface, that surface area is equally used to deal you damage. Additionally, these guys can not only be found in either horizontal or vertical poses, but in a variety of different lengths. As well, good luck jumping over these guys. You may have spotted this next enemy in one of the screenshots on the game page already. The little guy may look innocent and frail, but you better not get on its bad side. Yeah, that's another problem to deal with when it comes to FNAC Fur. This ungodly creature is known as Chihuahua, or I can't pronounce the name. And if you as much as touch one of them, it will dedicate the rest of its life to undedicate your life from existence. I'm not kidding around. This thing will ignore its default wandering behavior and hurt you down fast. Although that's all from the canine department, this game features a handful of other enduring and dangerous enemies. Have a look at the fly henway and the fly fish. Yeah, these fly fish, and there's this chicken or okay, so that these two are the fly fish, I guess, and that chicken is fly henway or something. I can't fucking get whatever. Anyway, the two fish ones are real enemies with different fight patterns. Henway may even attempt to shoot eggs in your face. Flyfish replaces Murdogs in Candy's Adventure as the game's default aquatic enemy. Now, because of this is a family platformer, it is somewhat expected that a few variants of these guys may appear with slightly different patterns and abilities. Who knows? Yeah, who knows whatever mechanics these things could have when it comes to attacks. Especially when they can aesthetically get ya. But wait, there's more. All games, I mean literally 100% of every game in existence, even Pong, has boss fights. Otherwise, what's to stand in the way of the player breezing through the game? This marks the introduction of the game's first-ish boss, Big Butch. Look at that. This is a worthy opponent. This guy is like miniature version of the boss dog himself. Albeit, albeit not as high ranking, or albeit, or uh, standing at a height 3 times that Candy and Cindy, which are the two characters you'll be playing as. Well, mostly Candy, of course. They might just be able to jump over him with precision to get a better attack angle before he gets wise. And believe me, once you're trapped in a room with this boss, you'll really want to get good at jumping over him. Yeah, you gotta get over to these good at these kinds of things. That's all of this update, I'm afraid. I'm posting another general update on my profile with more context on the unfortunately slow development FNAC series as a whole, which we are going to be breaking down the general update here. So we're going to go read it. Now we're going to be reading Emil's general updates. Despite the fact that I always try to keep up with regularly posting updates on the Finance of Candy's games in development, I will end up falling short due to there not really being anything worthwhile to write an update about. Why? Over the past years, I've been severely struggling with motivational issues stemming from a myriad of personal issues, mostly me lacking any semblance of energy. And this has naturally impacted my ability to develop everything needed for FNAC Fur, the FNAC trilogy updates slash ports, and of course FNAC 4. Back when I made the first Five Nights at Candy's game, I never imagined it would grow to this scale, much less become a proper fan series of its own, and I've rarely gone along with a greater plan other than just finishing the current project and moving on with my original game ideas, of which there are plenty that really want to make happen. And over the past few years of getting more experienced with game development and watching the FNAF community grow, there have definitely been a ton of turbulence for me personally. For example, me throwing near toddler level tantrum every time the Click Team Fusion engine for some reason doesn't work that the way it should, due to under the hood semantics, or when I can't finish a piece of writing or music, basically getting a sort of writer's block, but across all facets of game development. Sometimes it feels like aging 50 years in 5 seconds. And during some of those times, I have thoughts about what would happen if I were to just give up and cancel these projects. But at the same time, not only do I remember all of you guys eagerly waiting for me to finish these games for years on end, I also remember all of my written optimism and unwavering commitment to seeing these games finished and in the hands of all their patient fans. But this is also difficult when you realize that the fan game community these days have garnered on air an air of competitivity where a fan game is considered the best on graphical fidelity slash quality rather than intriguing gameplay and story. But maybe that's because we're in the fan game business where the barrel of finite gameplay slash story ideas. Yeah, I think Emil was meant to say infinite, which is a typo or something right there. So yeah, story ideas that I can be realized before wandering too far from the source material is nearly empty by now. Who knows? All I know is that the hype can be built up past a point where the expectations outweigh any realistic vision of the final product. I remain hopeful has not yet happened to the FNAC franchise. I like to think that I'm immune to negative messages on the internet because they are just words on my monitor after all. They are some of the easiest things to write, so it stands to reason they shouldn't be able to leave much of an impact, if any. And yet, for all I know, I might be getting gradually eroded away either by ignorant replies slash DMs from people that don't want to know what cost of living is or how game development works, or by the near daily feed of drama hitting the topics of in my circles. Even this now popular joke about me having killed a person as a result of me not being part of major drama somehow, albeit funny at first, has now also just become pretty annoying because now it's just noise to me. Noise in the issue is the issue, along with burnout, creator's block, and a sizable travel backpack of personal issues. Regardless, this isn't a self pity post. I'm giving a long reason as to why the overall development has been dry for the past few years. I don't care what you do with it, because besides understanding that I am doing everything I can, because I do want to see these games in the hands of players. Making games is my life's greatest passion. Luckily for all of the players here with an inchy spacebar thumb, new and amazing fan games have already been finished or are well in the works. Just search up the hashtag FNAF tag here on GameJolt. I'm sure you can wait while longer for my games. So, as you know, guys, Emil is probably going through some issues. You know, that's on Click Team Fusion. Right now, all we gotta know is Finate's Candies 4, it is not canceled, alright? And let's not think that, and we cannot lose hope, alright? Finate's Candies 4 will still release, alright? But it does tend to take a lot of hard work for Emil when it comes to game developing, especially FNAF fan game developing. But yeah, I know Finance Candies 4 will no FNAC Fur. Now that could possibly release this year, but I think Finance Candies 4 could maybe release maybe next year. It would unlikely be this year, I would assume, because Emil's not only working on updates on Finance Candies 2 and 3, you know, where they can be sellable and stuff, but he's also working on Pop Goes Evergreen. Like Emil's still working on Evergreen. But let's be supportive to the fanverse as much as possible. And let's not bring in any negativity or anything. if you remember what happened last year, but I really don't want to cause any drama or something. All right, I don't want to cause any drama and shit. But still, I do look forward to Finance Candies 4, and I'll have to see what FNAC Fur will be like. I know, again, that's based on the Candies Adventure minigame in Finance Candies 3. But anyway, guys, if you guys liked what you saw, make sure you click like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and join my Discord fan server. But of course, in the comments section, tell me your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.